Understanding the universe inside your brain. Imagine this. Within the courtroom, nestled beneath the skull of each individual navigating the turbulent waters of divorce and domestic violence, lies a universe of immense complexity. I am not talking about hidden emotions or veiled intentions, but the very machinery of thought itself, the human brain. As a Texas divorce and domestic violence lawyer, I've witnessed firsthand the devastating impact of these situations on families, but beneath the surface of anger, hurt, and heartbreak often lie tangled threads of neurological influences. That is why today we embark on a fascinating journey, not through legal statutes, but through the 20 most significant parts of the human brain that shape our experiences, decisions, and responses to trauma. From the storm center of the amygdala, where fear and aggression boil, to the delicate archive of the hippocampus, where memories of hurt and betrayal may be etched, we will explore the neurological landscape that can play a silent yet powerful role in family law cases. This isn't about excusing behavior, but it is about understanding the complex interplay between biology and our actions. By delving into the wiring of human emotions, responses to stress, and the formation of memories, we gain a deeper perspective of the intricate dynamics at play within families facing these storms of divorce and domestic violence. So put aside your case files and join me on this mind-bending adventure. This knowledge isn't just for neuroscientists or judges. It's for anyone who wants to truly understand the human story playing out in every courtroom and across every kitchen table. Let's navigate the labyrinth halls of the brain, illuminate the hidden wiring of behavior, and ultimately build a more informed and compassionate approach to navigating the challenges of family law. Prepare to have your perspective shifted. The answers we seek may not lie solely in legal codes, but in the very blueprint of our brains. Are you ready? Okay, number 1, cerebrum. What is the cerebrum? The cerebrum is the largest and most complex part, constituting 80% of the brain, divided into left and right hemispheres, each specializing in certain functions. Okay, why is the cerebrum important? The cerebrum handles higher order functions like thinking, reasoning, language, emotion, sensory perception, and consciousness. Okay, so what is the interaction of the cerebrum with the rest of the brain? The cerebrum connects to all other brain regions through nerve fibers, enabling integration and coordination of various functions. Okay, number 2, the cerebellum. What is the cerebellum? The cerebellum is located at the back of the brain. It is responsible for balance, coordination, and motor control. Okay, why is the cerebellum important? The cerebellum ensures smooth and precise movements, posture maintenance, and learning new motor skills. Okay, what is the interaction of the cerebellum with the rest of the brain? The cerebellum receives input from sensory systems and motor centers in the cerebrum, then sends corrective signals for precise movement execution. Number 3, brainstem. What is the brainstem? The brainstem connects the cerebrum to the spinal cord, controlling vital functions like breathing, heart rate, digestion, and sleep. Okay, why is the brainstem important? The brainstem regulates basic bodily functions crucial for survival and consciousness. Okay, what is the interaction of the brainstem with the rest of the brain? The brainstem relays sensory information between the brain and the body and transmits motor commands from the brain to the muscles. Okay, number 4, thalamus. What is the thalamus? The thalamus acts as a relay station for sensory information, sending it to relevant areas of the cerebrum for processing. Why is the thalamus important? The thalamus filters and directs sensory input, ensuring proper information flow and processing within the brain. Okay, what is the interaction of the thalamus with the rest of the brain? The thalamus receives sensory data from all senses except smell, then distributes it to specific areas in the cerebrum for interpretation. Number 5, hypothalamus. What is the hypothalamus? The hypothalamus is a tiny region regulating body temperature, hunger, thirst, sleep, hormone production, and emotional responses. Why is the hypothalamus important? The hypothalamus maintains internal homeostasis, controls basic needs and drives, and influences emotional states. Okay, what is the interaction of the hypothalamus with the rest of the brain? The hypothalamus connects to the pituitary gland for hormone release, interacts with the limbic system for emotional regulation, and receives input from various brain regions for physiological adjustments. Number 6, amygdala. What is the amygdala? The amygdala is part of the limbic system, playing a key role in processing emotions, particularly fear and aggression. Okay, why is the amygdala important? The amygdala regulates emotional responses, aids in memory formation of emotionally charged events, and contributes to survival instincts. Okay, what is the interaction of the amygdala with the rest of the brain? The amygdala connects to sensory areas for emotional processing, interacts with the hypothalamus for stress responses, and influences decision-making through emotional signals. Okay, number 7, hippocampus. What is the hippocampus? The hippocampus is another limbic system component, crucial for memory formation and retrieval, especially spatial and episodic memories. Why is the hippocampus important? The hippocampus enables learning and remembering experiences, forming mental maps, and consolidating information into long-term memory. Okay, what is the interaction of the hippocampus with the rest of the brain? The hippocampus receives input from various brain regions during encoding and retrieval of memories, communicates with the amygdala for emotional association with memories, and connects to the thalamus for sensory integration into memory formation. Okay, number 8, basal ganglia. What is the basal ganglia? The basal ganglia is a group of structures involved in motor control, learning, and reward processing. Okay, why is the basal ganglia important? The basal ganglia initiates and coordinates movement, facilitates learning of new motor skills, and contributes to the motivation and reinforcement of behavior. Okay, what is the interaction of the basal ganglia with the rest of the brain? The basal ganglia receives input from the cerebrum for movement planning, interacts with the cerebellum for fine-tuning movements, and connects to the limbic system for reward association with actions. Okay, the occipital lobe. What is the occipital lobe? The occipital lobe is located at the back of the brain and is responsible for processing visual information. Okay, why is the occipital lobe important? It interprets visual input, allowing us to see and understand the world around us. Okay, what is the interaction of the occipital lobe with the rest of the brain? The occipital lobe receives signals from the eyes, integrates information from other sensory areas for multisensory perception, and connects to other brain regions for visual, spatial reasoning, and object recognition. Okay, number 10, temporal lobe. What is the temporal lobe? The temporal lobe is located on the side of the brain. The temporal lobe plays a starring role in processing sensory information, especially sound and memory. Okay, why is the temporal lobe important? It acts as the brain's maestro of sound and memory. Okay, why is the temporal lobe important? The temporal lobe acts as the brain's maestro of sound and memory, allowing us to hear and understand the world around us, store and retrieve experiences, and form emotional connections with them. Okay, what is the interaction of the temporal lobe with the rest of the brain? Auditory processing. The temporal lobe connects directly to the ears, receiving and interpreting sound waves, enabling us to hear and differentiate between various sounds, music, and speech. Memory formation. The temporal lobe works in conjunction with the hippocampus to store and retrieve memories, shaping our sense of self and influencing our emotional responses. Language comprehension. The temporal lobe interacts with other brain regions like the Broca's area to understand language, interpret meaning, and even contribute to our own speech production. Emotional processing. The temporal lobe connects to the amygdala, linking sensory experiences with emotions, allowing us to associate sounds and memories with feelings like fear, joy, or sadness. Visual integration. The temporal lobe works with the occipital lobe to integrate auditory information with visual cues, providing a richer understanding of our surroundings and experiences. The temporal lobe serves as a crucial hub for integrating sensory information, particularly sound, with memory and emotional processing. Its intricate connections with other brain regions allow us to experience the world in a rich and meaningful way, making it essential for everything from enjoying a conversation to reliving cherished memories. Okay, number 11, parietal lobe. What is the parietal lobe? The parietal lobe is situated behind the frontal lobe, responsible for processing sensory information like touch, pain, temperature, and pressure. Why is the parietal lobe important? The parietal lobe provides spatial awareness, allowing us to feel and manipulate objects and contributes to body image perceptions. Okay, interaction. What is the interaction of the parietal lobe with the rest of the brain? The parietal lobe receives input from the skin and muscles, integrates information with visual and auditory inputs in the occipital and temporal lobes, and sends signals to the motor cortex for coordinated movements. Okay, number 12, frontal lobe. What is the frontal lobe? The frontal lobe is located at the front of the brain, responsible for higher order cognitive functions like planning, judgment, decision making, problem solving, and personality traits. Okay, why is the frontal lobe important? The frontal lobe enables us to think critically, control impulses, plan for the future, and express ourselves through language and emotions. Okay, what is the interaction of the frontal lobe with the rest of the brain? The frontal lobe connects to all other brain regions, orchestrating and coordinating various cognitive processes, influencing the limbic system for emotional regulation, and interacts with the basal ganglia for motor control. Number 13, corpus callosum. What is the corpus callosum? The corpus callosum is a thick band of nerve fibers connecting the left and right hemispheres of the cerebrum, facilitating communication between them. Okay, so why is the corpus callosum important? The corpus callosum enables coordination and integration of functions from both hemispheres, allowing for unified perception, movement, and cognitive processing. Okay, what is the interaction of the corpus callosum with the rest of the brain? The corpus callosum transmits information back and forth between hemispheres, ensures seamless cooperation between left and right brain functions, and plays a crucial role in language processing and motor control. Number 14, limbic system. What is the limbic system? Limbic system is a network of structures involved in processing emotions, motivation, memory, and reward. Okay, why is the limbic system important? The limbic system regulates emotions, forms the basis of learning and memory, drives behavior through reward and motivation, and contributes to survival instincts. Okay, what is the interaction of the limbic system with the rest of the brain? The limbic system connects to various brain regions for sensory processing, emotional responses, and memory formation, interacts with the hypothalamus for hormonal regulation, and influences the frontal lobe for decision making on emotions. Okay, number 15, striatum. What is the striatum? The striatum is part of the basal ganglia responsible for reward processing, motivation, and habit formation. Why is the striatum important? The striatum drives motivated behavior through reward anticipation, reinforces habits for efficient action, and plays a role in addiction and decision making. Okay, what is the interaction of the striatum with the rest of the brain? The striatum receives dopamine input, from the midbrain for reward signals, connects to the prefrontal cortex for decision making based on reward, and interacts with the motor cortex for initiating motivated actions. Okay, number 16. Prefrontal cortex. What is the prefrontal cortex? The prefrontal cortex is located in the frontal lobe, responsible for complex cognitive functions like planning, decision-making, impulse control, and self-awareness. Okay, why is the prefrontal cortex important? It enables us to control impulses, plan for the future, reflect on ourselves, and make complex decisions. Okay, what is the interaction of the prefrontal cortex with the rest of the brain? The prefrontal cortex connects to various brain regions for information processing, integrates emotion and logic for decision making, influences the limbic system for emotional regulation, and interacts with the striatum for reward-based choices. Okay, 17, ventricles and cerebrospinal fluid. What is it? Ventricles and cerebrospinal fluid are 4 interconnected cavities within the brain filled with cerebrospinal fluid, CSF, that cushions and protects the brain. Let me say that again. What is it? 4 interconnected cavities within the brain filled with cerebrospinal fluid that cushions and protects the brain. Okay, why is it important? It protects the brain from physical damage, transports nutrients and waste products, and helps maintain intracranial pressure. Okay, what is the interaction of the ventricles and cerebrospinal fluid with the rest of the brain? CSF production and flow, influenced by the hypothalamus, interacts with the blood-brain barrier for nutrient and waste exchange and provides buoyancy for the brain within the skull. Okay, 18, pituitary gland. What is it? The pituitary gland is a pea-sized gland located beneath the hypothalamus, responsible for producing and releasing hormones that regulate various bodily functions. Why is it important? The pituitary gland controls growth, metabolism, reproduction, stress response, and other hormone-dependent processes. Okay, what is the interaction of the pituitary gland with the rest of the brain? The pituitary gland, stimulated by the hypothalamus for hormone release, influences various organs and tissues throughout the body through its hormones and connects to the limbic system for emotional regulation. Okay, number 19, pons. And that's spelled P-O-N-S. What is the pons? The pons is nestled within the brainstem. The pons acts as a vital relay station and control center, connecting the spinal cord to the higher brain regions and coordinating various essential functions. Okay, why is the pons important? This unassuming region plays a critical role in relaying sensory information. The pons can act as a highway for sensory data, parentheses touch, pain, and temperature, traveling from the body to the brain and vice versa, ensuring seamless communication and awareness. Another reason it's important, coordinating movement and balance. Working with the cerebellum, the pons fine-tunes muscle movements, maintains posture balance, and contributes to reflexes, allowing us to move smoothly and maintain stability. Another reason it's important, regulating sleep and wakefulness. This hidden conductor influences the transition between sleep and wakefulness, helping us drift off to sleep and gently guide us back to consciousness. Okay, what is the interaction of the pons with the rest of the brain? Spinal cord connection. The pons bridges the gap between the spinal cord and the brain, transmitting sensory information up and motor commands down, enabling coordinated responses and actions. Cerebellum collaboration. The pons works closely with the cerebellum to refine and adjust motor movements, ensuring smooth and precise actions like walking or throwing a ball. Another interaction the pons has with the rest of the brain is higher brain communication. The pons relay sensory information to various brain regions for processing and interpretation, allowing us to perceive and understand the world around us. Another interaction the pons has with the rest of the brain is the sleep-wake cycle regulation. The pons interacts with the hypothalamus and other brain regions to control sleep-wake cycles, influencing factors like alertness, drowsiness, and REM sleep. Although often overshadowed by more flashy brain regions, the pons plays a crucial behind-the-scenes role in coordinating movement, processing sensory information, and regulating sleep. Its intricate interactions with other parts of the nervous system make it essential for our everyday functioning and well-being. Okay, 20, medulla oblongata. What is the medulla oblongata? The medulla oblongata is another brainstem component controlling vital functions like breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, and digestion. Okay, why is the medulla oblongata important? The medulla oblongata regulates basic bodily functions essential for survival, transmits signals between the brain and spinal cord, and plays a role in involuntary reflexes. Okay, what is the interaction of the medulla oblongata with the rest of the brain? The medulla oblongata connects to the higher brain centers for control and vital functions, interacts with the autonomic nervous system for automatic regulation, and receives sensory information from various bodily organs. Okay? Conclusion. This concludes our exploration of the top 20 significant parts of the human brain. Understanding their individual roles and intricate connections allows us to appreciate the brain's remarkable complexity and its ability to generate consciousness, thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Remember, this list is not exhaustive, and further research can delve deeper into specific brain regions and their fascinating functionalities. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour through the labyrinth halls of the human brain. We've encountered the maestros of movement, the architects of memory, the whisperers of emotion, and the architects of who we are. These 20 regions, though just a glimpse into the grand orchestra of the brain, showcase the astonishing complexity and beauty of this 3-pound universe within our skulls. But the journey doesn't end here. The human brain is a tapestry woven not just of distinct parts, but of countless intricate connections, a symphony where every note plays a crucial role in the unfolding melody of our lives. As we learn more about its secrets, we unlock the potential to understand ourselves better, to nurture our minds, and perhaps even influence the symphony's composition. So the next time you feel an idea spark, a memory whisper, or an emotion surge, remember the wondrous complexity behind it. The human brain is a masterpiece, and we, its fortunate inhabitants, have the privilege to explore its depths and revel in its endless possibilities. Let us continue to unlock its secrets, not just for personal understanding, but to build a future where we appreciate the delicate symphony within each of us and learn to harmonize together in the grand human chorus. Thank you for joining me on this odyssey into the brain. Now go forth, ponder, and explore. The greatest journey lies not just in understanding the brain, but in understanding ourselves, one neuron at a time. Thank you.